This week, we're in Palmdale, California to transform a viewer's home into the healthiest one on the block.
I can do this. I'm a woman.
I've been helping homeowners improve their homes for a lot of years. They think it's intimidating, but it actually can be a lot of fun.
And we're here to help. Dad's the expert, but I've learned a few things along the way.
Practical, realistic home improvement information is what today's homeowner is all about. This 64-year-old house in Palmdale, California belongs to the winner of our Healthiest Home on the Block contest, sponsored by Braun Newton. Her name is Catherine Luton, and she's owned it for almost 20 years.
I entered the contest not thinking that I would ever win the contest, so I am just amazed. I'm so excited. I've lived here about 20 years now. One of the things that I was looking for was a house in a good neighborhood to raise my children in, and it kind of appealed to me with a lot of property that I could grow all of my plants and flowers. I love working on my home. I have painted 90% of my house. It's taken me time, but I do it, and I do it safely. There isn't a floor, a ceiling, a wall that I haven't touched and tried to improve on to make my home a nice, cozy, warm place that I love to call home.
Hey, it's great to finally meet you and everything. We talked a lot on the phone, and congratulations on winning the Healthiest Home on the Block
I'm so
contest.
excited.
People are so aware of the indoor air quality concerns. I want to make your air a whole lot better.
Absolutely. Would you like to come in?
Yeah,
and
let's see
take a
that
look?
kitchen.
I've done so much work in
it.
here.
I love the blue walls, and the white beams up top.
There used to be a bulkhead that ran across here, and I thought it like cut the kitchen down, so I took it out actually and was very glad that there was nothing running in there like, water, gas. And when I opened up the area, there was a hole where there used to be some kind of exhaust, but there was no hood. So at one point they must have had a hood, but now they don't.
Yeah, when I saw the pictures, I saw the outlet there, which is perfect place
for
the new range TV?
No, it's not for TV. No. And another thing we thought about is, we have a space right here that we actually were able to find a cabinet that matches your cabinets, and we'll put a cabinet right here, get you a little more storage, but also that gives us the perfect space we need for the new range hood.
That's right. But I was thinking too, with the new range hood, it would look really nice with the new backsplash behind it. Even though we're trying to make Catherine's home healthier, I just can't help myself. We have to add a little pizzazz, so we're gonna do a tile backsplash underneath her new range hood. I think it's gonna turn out pretty cool.
I love personality in a particular room, and that is personality right there. What's the story about that?
Well, I had seen this in a magazine, and so I said to my daughter, who is a wonderful artist,
Obviously,
I said, can you paint me a rose on the door?
I love all the small little details Catherine has added to her house to make it a home. The stencil leaf on the wall in the dining room and the plate rack really adds so much character.
So what's going to happen to that if you ever move from the house?
It's going with me.
It's going with you.
What do you think?
I knew the answer to that. Hey, now it's always a little awkward to ask to see your bathroom, but that's what we're here for. So show us the bathroom.
Lead the way. Let me show you this bathroom.
Okay.
I used to have a light fixture up there, but it makes more sense to put in an exhaust, wouldn't you think?
Especially with the shower being right there, and we
no
actually have a
exhaust.
really nice one that'll be quiet, and it'll also have an LED light on it, so that you can get a little more light in this end of the bathroom.
That would be perfect.
And then your other bathroom, though, it already has a vent fan.
Yes.
And
I have concerns because in the bathroom, the fire alarm would go off because I had too much steam going down and it wasn't taking it out. Nice,
I've never heard of that
showers.
before. Yeah, it's not working right, so we'll
we can
take
replace
care
that one.
We'll take care of that as well.
Okay.
So early the next morning, we start the work. A lot of the projects we do are just to make things look a little prettier, or a lot of times finishing up something that the homeowner didn't really complete.
Yeah, I'm excited that this is going to help improve the function of her house.
And I think she was really happy to know that she was getting a little extra storage out of it all.
8 inches, but it'll work.
Yeah. I want you to see what you think about this.
Oh, that looks
Hey, like
good.
that, You good with that?
Yeah, and extra storage is always a good
Oh
thing.
yeah, can't get too much of that. There's just no studs there at all. I know there's one nailed to this, and it's probably right over there, so what we can do is screw this cabinet to that cabinet.
Good job you're hanging a cabinet because you got all those nail holes in it.
It's not often I bring baking soda and vinegar into a bathroom, but today I'm going to use it to clean and deodorize this bathroom sink. Sinks often become slow draining and they get clogged up with soap scum and hair and all sorts of stuff. And they also will produce a pretty funky odor. So here's how to get rid of it. Start with 1/3 cup of baking soda. You don't have to be too precise, but about 1/3 of a cup or so. Dump that right in the drain. And then you want 1 full cup of the vinegar. This is just white vinegar, which is a really strong cleaning agent, by the way. You can use it all over the house. Now watch this. When this hits that baking soda, look at that, isn't that great? So you let that fizz down for a few minutes. Now some people might use bleach here, but bleach can actually eat the finish right off of some bath fixture, so you don't want to use that. And then we're going to follow that up, now that it's calmed down a little bit, we're going to follow up with a full kettle of hot water. And what that's going to do, in combination with the vinegar and the baking soda, is cut through anything that might be clogging up that sink. Now if you do this treatment once a month, you'll have a really sweet smelling sink and a free flowing drain.
We're in Palmdale, California, helping Catherine make some healthy changes to her 64-year-old home. This cabinet we're installing won't make her home any healthier, but it needs to go up before the range hood that this home has needed for years.
I had a problem visualizing how a hood would fit above the stove. So when they brought in the new cabinet and I'm seeing it going up, I'm really excited because it balances out the space and it makes sense.
Now we're ready for that new Braun range hood.
And now we play in the box. This is what my kids always do. Oh, an empty box? Okay.
There you go.
You've always liked playing with boxes.
I think everyone does, but next time I get in a box, can you please close all the flaps? That way I can pop out and go, whee!
It's not too late. I know the range hood we're installing in the kitchen is going to look great. I hope we're lucky enough that it lines up with that roof vent. Uh-oh, look at here, look at here.
No, but it's not centered. Is that a problem?
No, well, that could be a problem. You know, we really do have a couple challenges here with this vent hood. First of all, you have to attach it to some studs in the
Right,
wall. Well,
makes sense.
they're not where we need them. So we've got to deal with that by putting some blocking in there. The new blocking allows me to mount the vent hood motor. Then I can figure out exactly where the roof vent needs to be located. Okay, now that I have the center of my vent pipe identified, I can take a drill right up through, all the way through the roof. That's where a lot of people can get very apprehensive when you're drilling all the way through the actual roof. Now, a lot of times when you have an existing pipe outlet like this, you can route over with some adjustable elbows, but here we have the decorative flue cover that's coming down. I need to get it back over inside the footprint of the flue cover, and then I can just patch all of that up. Once I get a small hole in the center of the new vent location, I go up on the roof and mark a larger hole around it so I can cut out the vent profile. Once the roof vent is relocated, I can patch the old hole and recover the decking with new roofing material.
To make these match perfectly, you had mentioned you had added some trim to the cabinet doors.
Yes.
So is that just that little strip?
Yeah, at the bottom, at the top, and not all the way around. More transitional. I might have some more trim in the garage. We can add
Okay, that would be perfect. So I was wondering what kind of trim that was so that we could put it here and there and match it.
That'd
And
be
would really
perfect.
make
Yes.
it match a
Yes.
lot better.
That would be great.
You just have it sitting in your garage.
Everything's in my garage.
Ah.
Anything you need. Whoa, this is it. Check it out. I save
way more than we
everything.
need.
I don't throw
Apparently.
anything away.
Apparently. Oh, that's awesome. What's amazing about Catherine's garage is it seems to have everything that we need, yet it's not overflowing and she can still park her car in it, which makes me think that it must be magic.
To get started here on day 2, I think the perfect project is to get the Surface Shield exhaust fan in that one bathroom. We're trying to get you to have the healthiest home on the block, and of course good ventilation and getting that hot moist air out of the bathroom is a necessity, but this one takes it a step further. It actually has an LED light that will kill and prevent mold and bacteria from growing in the bathroom.
Plus, I don't even have an exhaust fan in
Yeah.
that particular bathroom, so this is a plus.
And we'll get this one installed, and we'll get the
Perfect.
other one installed, and you'll see a big difference on that.
Sounds good.
In this case, we've hired a local electrician to install the fans. But if you're doing it yourself, the first step is selecting the right fan.
Bathroom vent fans are rated by the amount of volume that is moved out of the bathroom based on CFMs, cubic feet per minute. So if you have, say, a 100 square foot bathroom, you need a fan that can handle 100 cubic feet per minute.
Catherine's home is quickly getting healthier. Next, we'll update the look.
If your kitchen or your bathroom sink drains really slowly or your toilet clogs up regularly, chances are you've got a big issue further down the line. And what I mean by that is typically you can just put a clog dissolver down the line and it'll clear it. Well, what happens if you get this clog? Now, this is the 4-inch drain line that comes out of your house and goes through your yard and feeds into the sewer line. Well, because it is through your yard, chances are that this can get damaged with roots that puncture, grow through, and create a blockage. Well, what do you do to take care of that? Well, Green Gobbler has got this foaming root killer. You put it down your toilet, and what it does is it foams up and it goes right to those roots. It dehydrates them and then disintegrates them so that now your water is moving freely through that line. You can use this regularly to keep that root problem at bay. It has no copper sulfate, so it's very environmentally friendly. So if you do have a problem like that, take a look at this. This might be the solution to your problem.
This new range hood will make Catherine's kitchen healthier and more attractive. But Chelsea wants to take it to another level with a tile backsplash.
Is there any chance that you have a grout float?
Yes, I'm sure I do
You might
in the
have one
garage.
in your garage.
I've accumulated tools, and sometimes when I get out in the garage, I don't even know what tool goes with what. Glad I found it.
When we're on the road, it's not unusual to have to run to the store, buy some tools,
Right.
buy some tape. Not this time with the Magic Garage.
Yeah, it's all in Catherine's garage somehow.
If I could just find things in there, but we got it.
So we just need this to smooth out any bubbles.
Ah, okay.
And then of course we'll use it for the grout part too.
And then you're doing the tiles so that the tile will be sitting like that. Yeah.
Like a running bond.
Moving moisture out of your home is extremely important to really have that good indoor air quality. But so is making sure your heating and cooling system is filtering all of the air that's going throughout your home. But to take that a step further, you can add a whole house ventilation system. For example, an energy recovery ventilation system, or ERV, transfers the temperature from the stale air inside your home to a supply of fresh air it draws from the outside. Then it exhausts the stale air from the house while preserving the comfort inside your home. Back at Catherine's, I'm repairing the drywall around the range hood while the ladies cut tile outside.
All right, so since you didn't have a wet saw in your garage, we had to rent one. So you can see it doesn't have teeth on the blade,
Yeah.
so it just sands away on our mark. It has water down in the bottom and it has a pump that pumps it onto the blade so that it'll keep the blade from overheating. You can watch the first few and then you can
Hi.
jump in. You can be my cut lady.
All right.
Sound good? I'll get your measurement for the next cut.
I can do this. I am woman.
Finish getting this marked and you can take it out to the saw.
Me?
You said you could do it.
I was very apprehensive because there's something about a moving blade and your fingers going close to that blade.
The tile saw really isn't as scary as it looks. As long as Catherine takes it slow and steady, she's going to do great.
Perfect.
Since we're just tiling a very small section of backsplash, a small quart of pre-mixed grout is the perfect solution, so we're not buying a big bag that we're just going to have to waste.
Meanwhile, the electrician has moved on to the other bathroom. The new fan there is called the Sensonic because it includes a Bluetooth speaker. In the attic, I'm using flexible duct to exhaust these fans out to existing roof vents, while Chelsea begins modifying the new cabinet.
The perfect tool to cut this thin trim would be a miter saw, and something tells me that Catherine might actually have one in her garage. There it is, that'll be perfect.
You know, you got to have every tool.
4 inches here, 4 inches there. Oh yeah, that means it's working if the glue comes out.
Now we can install the decorative glue cover on the range hood. We need to trim around it at the ceiling, so I need a table saw to cut out some molding. And, you guessed it, there's one in Catherine's garage.
That table saw was actually my father's table saw. He was a fine finish carpenter, so he made some beautiful things. I'm thinking maybe we should call the show Catherine's Garage.
I noticed Catherine was missing a light fixture in her kitchen, and she said she couldn't find one that she liked, so she had an idea to make her own. It has to be said, one woman's trash is the same woman's treasure.
There you go.
So we'll drill a hole into the basket. This will go in, your light bulb will go inside, and then it hangs from the ceiling just like a regular light fixture. And you can wear it like a hat.
I like that. The hanging basket, I mean, that was genius.
1, 2, 3. The whole point of this project was to help create a healthier home environment for Catherine. And I noticed a little mold around your kitchen sink, which is so common because it gets splashed up there and you don't notice
right,
it.
Yes.
And this wet and forget indoor cleaner can kill 99.9% of viruses and bacteria, including coronavirus and influenza.
All right, let me show you about this pretty unique exhaust fan. First thing you want to do is turn that on. That turns on the exhaust fan and moves that hot moist air all the way out. Sure is. But it also activates the Bluetooth speakers that are in there.
Really?
And yeah, now let me show you on the phone. I set this up. All right, so now push that button right there. Boom.
Oh, that is too much.
You know, you can put your music channels, you can put in podcast on there, you can control the volume with your phone, but don't spend too much time in there, you'll run up your water bill.
Oh.
Catherine's home is over 60 years old, so it was no surprise that the ventilation was less than ideal. In fact, there was none at all in the kitchen and one of the 2 bathrooms, so the upgrades that came with winning this contest were well appreciated. The Sensonic bath vent fan makes clearing the air fun. The Surface Shield exhaust fan removes moisture from the room while it kills mold and bacteria on every surface it illuminates. And the new Braun Elite Range Hood takes the moisture, fumes, and heat of cooking straight to the outside. Not to mention adding a beautiful accent to the kitchen, especially with the addition of the tile backsplash and Catherine's wastebasket pendant.
I walk into the kitchen to see the tile completed and the hood in place and the lights. I am just so excited. When I entered this contest, I was really interested in making sure that the air inside my home was a healthier air. I feel so much safer knowing that I'm able to turn on the hood and have the exhaust pick up all those fumes from the stove, to breathe better air in my bathrooms. It's a safer home for me, and I really feel blessed.
Wow, what a unique house, just chock full of personality, just like the wonderful lady that lives here. And we were able to complete a few of the things that she's been wanting to finish for quite a while, but more importantly, we made her home a healthier one. And along the way, I hope we were able to share a few things with you that you can use at your house. Hey, thanks for joining Chelsea and me here on today's Homeowner. We'll see you next week. Next week, we're helping some first-time homeowners add some useful outdoor living space with a decked-out backyard.
But I have you, so I always have a stud around. If only you'd stay where I put you.